One day, while you and your little girl are feeding the ducks in the pond, you'll glance over and think to yourself, there are the old people, lawn bowling. The next day you'll find yourself standing amongst them, all of you clothed in white from head to toe, but like clusters of calla lilies blooming on the lush green pelt of lawn. You'll line up your shot, aim the ball at the jack, and let it roll in a sort of slow motion dream sequence move. Then you'll glance over and think to yourself, there is a young mother and her little girl feeding the ducks. God, I love that. You know, when I wrote that poem at home, I kind of went, But then when I read it in a room and people go, it doesn't get much better. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
This poem's called Nostalgia. I put it in the book, although I did write it on the occasion, on the day of my 50th birthday, which Taylor was throwing for me at his home with my husband. And I decided, instead of having photographs of me there that day, I take a lot of photographs, so I had photographs of all my friends when they were younger, which was really fun. And I wrote them this poem, Nostalgia. All of us were young once, and for each of us there was a certain afternoon, an afternoon when we were as beautiful as we'd ever been, as beautiful as we'd ever get. And not one of us knew that it was happening. All of us are older now, and for each of us there will be a certain afternoon, an afternoon when we will pass by a mirror and see that the last bit of youthful beauty has fluttered from our faces. And on that afternoon, our hearts and our minds will finally be old enough and wise enough not to give a flying
that Phil has laughed out loud was the Oreo joke, because it was the only one he could relate to. We're giving him all the menopause. Okay. What do we do in the break, ladies? They know, they're trained.
I brought my special signing pen.
Oh, I'm so happy. You have to sign mine. Wonderful. Okay. All right, we're gonna